About the case against EFF leader Julius Malema and his bodyguard Adriaan Snyman. That's been adjourned until tomorrow, The magistrate says she will need time to look at submissions made on video evidence that the state has sought to introduce. The two are on trial for unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition and recklessly discharging it, endangering people and property. The case against them stems from an alleged firing of a semi-automatic rifle at the Sisa Dukashe Stadium in East London by Malema. Our reporter Linda Mnisi is following the story and joins us live outside the East London Magistrates Court. And Linda, you're standing by to speak to the NPA. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dutu. Indeed, this matter has been postponed to tomorrow because, of course, the magistrate needs to apply her mind on submissions made on this video evidence, that the state wants to bring in. It has been met with a pushback from the defense saying that the state will not be bringing any witness who will authenticate the video. There isn't anybody who will be brought to court to tell the court that they are the ones that filmed this particular video, and therefore the defense says that it shouldn't be admitted as evidence in this court. They're challenging the admissibility, even going as far as calling for a trial within a trial. Now, a trial within a trial obviously would pave the way to canvass the issues around this particular evidence and therefore give the magistrate time to then rule on whether or not they would admit this piece of evidence. But I'm joined now by the NPA spokesperson here in the Eastern Cape, Luxolo Kyali. Luxolo, thank you so much for your time. It seems, from what the state is telling us, it will not be calling someone to authenticate the video, but rather witnesses who were there when this video was filmed. And there's the issue of the relevance and as well as balancing the issue of authentication. What exactly is the state's strategy here, given the fact that it's already facing a pushback with this particular evidence?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I think what is important here is to first tell the public that this piece of evidence is just but part of the evidence that we have been leading in trying to prove the guilt of the two persons in this matter. So we have led evidence of at least 10 witnesses already. Now, the issue of the video, we have canvassed in court that it must be admitted as evidence, and we lead evidence of witnesses that will corroborate what is on that video. Now, the defense is opposed to that and is calling for a trial within a trial, and we are opposed to that. We are hoping that the magistrate tomorrow will rule in our favor so that the matter can be dealt with to finality. Look, we live in the times of fake news, and this is one of the issues that I think the defense has also tried to debate or to put forward and submit to the court, that we live in a time of fake news. If this video is not authenticated, why then should it be part of evidence when there are already questions around where it comes from, who filmed that video, under what circumstances this video was filmed in? It is our argument that the video is very much relevant to this case, and that's where that should be our point of departure, that the video is relevant, and the authenticity of the video is something that the defense will have a chance to ventilate in court or challenge in court when they cross-examine the witnesses. So for now, our argument is that the video must be admitted as evidence, and then we lead evidence of witnesses to corroborate what is in the video. We've heard, of course, the state saying in court that the rest of the witnesses would be testifying around this video. What does this mean for the rest of the case? I mean, if the rest of your witnesses are going to be testifying around this video and it's already in contention with the defense already calling for a trial within a trial, what's really the worst that would happen in terms of your case? Look, what I've already said is that we, as a state, we would not rely solely on that video in this case. We have led witnesses that have placed the two accused persons at that scene at that time.
We have led witnesses of experts that have tested the firearm that was used and linked it to the cartridge that was picked up at that scene. So if this video is not admitted, that doesn't mean the state's case is dead. We still have other evidence that we have presented in court, and we still have other witnesses that will be able to assist us in proving the guilt of the two persons.
All right. I want to thank you so much for your time. That's Luke Olochali, the NPA spokesperson here in the Eastern Cape, saying, well, if that particular video is not admitted, not all is lost. They can still rely on the evidence that has already been presented in court. He's spoken about 10 witnesses that have already testified in this matter. So at this very moment, we're waiting, of course, for that ruling from the magistrate on whether or not, they admit this evidence, or we go on a trial within a trial to look at, of course, the admissibility of this piece of evidence. But of course, you would have seen earlier on me speaking to, when I spoke in fact to the EFF spokesperson, Sina Otambo, talking about the issue around the delays around this matter. The case won't be sitting at exactly 9 o'clock tomorrow. It will in fact start at around 12 o'clock due to load shedding here at this particular area in this particular court. And the interesting element as well is the fact that after load shedding, you still need at least 30 minutes for the recording machines within the courts to kick in and start functioning properly. So you're looking at around 12:30 when this matter will actually begin. The EFF saying that this is a big concern, and that is why they're calling for a national shutdown. Dudu?
Linda Mnisi, for now we say thank you very much.